Have you experienced a phoenix moment? One where maybe one part, or maybe it felt like all of your life, went up in flames, where it disappeared, where it changed radically, deeply. And then something new emerges from the ashes, but it can take time. It can be unsurprising, and it can turn up in a place that you're least looking for it. I think it's happened to all of us in different degrees. And the question is sometimes where we're looking when we're looking for what to find afterwards. So my name's Cassandra Punita James, and this is one of the key areas that I help people focus on, that I help people work through those times of massive change where it can happen. It can happen with our career, it can happen with parts of our life, relationships, and it can happen in health, but it's happening where something huge needs to change. And when that change comes, though, it feels like it's unbidden, like we're not looking for it, we're not calling for it, it's coming from outside, yet it comes with a gift. The gifts, though, may not be in the place that you're looking for. And I'm here in Australia at the moment for a couple more weeks. And I've just come up to, I'm going to take you out and show you, to a friend's property in the bush. And it got me thinking about this because 2.5 years ago, massive fire raged through here, raged all through the east coast, down the east coast of Australia, particularly horrendous here and in so many other areas. And it's just like the hills. As far as you go, they were burnt out and most of the trees died. Pretty well all the animals and the insects and the life that was here was wiped out. And yet now 2.5 years later, as I'm here, I'm seeing that it's coming back in the way that I didn't expect. And so the big animals haven't returned yet. So the wombats and goannas, the big lizards, kangaroos, the wallabies, a lot of these are still missing. Even snakes are sort of hard to see around here. And yet what's happening is there's a myriad of tiny birds. And because the bigger birds haven't come back into this area, the tiny birds are having a chance to expand and celebrate and live and sort of fully inhabit this area that they couldn't before because of the competition. So there's something that happens for us, each of us, when we go through a phoenix moment, when it's not a moment usually. It can be sudden, it can be slow, that it happens over a long time. But the result is things are not as they were before. But what emerges may not be what we're looking for. So I was looking for the big animals, and they're not here, but the little ones are just growing. Some of the big trees survived and have regrown, and you can see behind me the leaves on them, and others have died. And around them, all around the base of them, are masses of tiny gum trees growing up to replace them. And there's also different types. The wattles have come in as sort of to break up the burnt soil, and they're like first responders. So there's things that are happening that are not necessarily what we expect. So when one of these times happens for you, my understanding from all I've been through and from what I'm seeing here and with other people that I work with is take some time to look for the unexpected, to open your eyes, to look sideways, to look laterally, to look for what might be the new forms of life that's coming into you, the new opportunities, the new things that are coming towards you that you mightn't have thought was something that you were even interested in, or something that were even possible. Because this is what can come from a phoenix time. They're times of regrowth. And I find it happens particularly for midlife, so it's particularly for people from late 30s through the 40s, and into 50. And I work with a lot of people going through this age and in other ages, because it's not restricted just to that time, going through these times and helping shift at a cellular level in their bodies so that huge possibilities can open up in career, in life. This particularly happens in the private retreats that I run, which I'm going to be running more of this spring and into the summer in England and Europe. If you're interested, send me a message and we could talk further. But for you, whether you've gone through a phoenix phase in the past and you're still reconciling and assimilating it, or you feel like you're right in the middle of one now, they happen to us. You can't always avoid them, but look for the unexpected. Look for the small life, like the tiny birds that are starting to emerge in the bush around here, and see what that could bring you, what difference that could make, the opportunities that could open up for you when you start to connect to those. I'd love to hear what it is that has been a huge phoenix moment for you, and then what was something that came from it? Was there a gift that came from it? Did something fresh and new open up for you afterwards? DM me, post it below this video. I'd love to hear it. Have an amazing time and next steps of your journey.